Hi guys, I am going to show you how to add a string part into your track right now. That's your guys' assignment for this week so that we are all on the same page when we finish up our projects starting next week. So here's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to create a new MIDI track, Command-Shift-T. Boom! There it is. On my MIDI track, I want to add a string instrument. So I'm going to go to Instruments, ting! I'm going to search for strings. Okay, and kind of the best ones I've found are within analog, and it's the M-Tron string. So I'm going to put those on there. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is basically a hack, and it's for those of you who don't have much musical experience. Now, I want my strings to play a chord, which is more than one note at a time. So those of you who don't know how to do it, make a chord on the piano, or don't know how to make it within the piano roll, this is an easy trick to make a minor chord. So here's what I'm going to do next. I go into MIDI effects, I select chord right here, and I drag it on. Now, under Shift 1, you guys are going to make that say +3. And under Shift 2, you guys are going to make that say +7. So without the chord MIDI effect, when I play a C on the piano, it's going to sound like this. With the chord effect now, when I play a C on the piano, it's going to sound like this. Isn't that easy? So now I have a chord, right? So the next question is, what am I going to actually put, right? What's the rhythm that the strings are going to play? Again, what we're going to do is steal from the drums, because when we created those drums, we had rhythms in the kick part, in the clap part, in the snare part. So I'm going to steal one of those rhythms. So I'm going to go over here to my original drum clips, Command-C, and remember, this is just MIDI data, so we can copy it and paste it. I'm going to Command-C it, right? And then I'm going to go over to my strings, Command-V. Okay? So now I took all that MIDI data from the drums and I put it within the string part. If I double click, now I can go look at that clip. Now there's way too much going on. I actually think I'm going to only take the rhythm from the kick. I want that to be my string part. So I'm going to click here, delete that line, click here, delete that line, click here, delete that line. Now I'm going to play it. Let's hear what it sounds like. Holy moly, that's so low. That's not going to work. I'm going to click here, and now I'm going to use the up arrow, and I'm going to bring it all the way up to C2. Now I'm going to press play and see how it sounds. For me, still way too low. That's ridiculous. Click here, use the up arrow to bring it all the way up to C3. Now let's hear it. Okay, that's fine for me. And now I have a string part. Again, all I did was take the kick rhythm. The next thing I would do is I would alter it just a little bit. And I recommend altering it at a half step. And a half step is just moving it one up, okay? So I'm going to leave the first one it is, put this one up a half step. I'm going to put this one up a half step. Again, you guys can do this randomly and then see how it sounds. Okay? Now let's listen to what it sounds like. Okay, I like that. I'm going to actually make this one a teeny bit longer. Okay, I'm satisfied with that. That's fine. Again, this is background material, and I like that string part. I'm going to show you one additional way that we can add strings, which is just by playing it in live. So I'm going to call this one Strings 1, and then I'm going to record with my MIDI keyboard. I'm only going to press the notes C and C sharp, okay? And I'm going to record another string part in. Oops, let me make sure I want my drums to be on too, so I can have some rhythmic basis for my string part. Okay. Cool, so that's a second string part. So now we have 2 string parts, and that's what you guys are going to do for this week, but I'm only requiring you to make 1, okay? But those are 2 different ways to make it. So you guys are going to record 1 string part that goes with your track, and next week we'll start to put everything all together. Bye.